Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the beginning of a brand new Let's Play. That's right. This has been the most requested thing in the history of Bone Canoe 86 for at least 6 or 7 years now. But today it's finally happening. That's right. Let's play The Sims 3. Here we go. Now, I decided to make a little intro video to sort of set things up a little bit before we really get into the thing. And this is how we are going to sort of introduce what's going on and our characters and everything like that. I am here in a fresh new town. The only difference is I put down a bunch of people in, well, basically the same house spammed over and over, and I put down like all these people that I have made over the last last 4 years. I think is how long I've been playing The Sims 3 now. So we have a bunch of random background characters. I was thinking I was gonna do a lot more on-camera making of people before I started the Let's Play, but you know what? I just want to go ahead and start the Let's Play. So that's what we're doing. And believe it or not, I have already made a person, or a couple. I'm going to have to scroll way back to find them. But here they are, the Wilson family. So we need a 20 by 15 lot. So what we're going to do is very simply go to the world editor, 20 by 15. We are going to place, we're going to see where we can place this bad boy. I'd like to place it right on the road, if possible. If not, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, sort of on the road. I kind of want to be right in this central thrust. I could probably put it there if I wanted to, but man, I don't know why it is so picky. You know what? That's not a bad spot. It's pretty close to all the places you'd want to be. So next up, what we're going to do is we are going to go back to our households. We are going to go way down here to, also we're scrolling through some of the people that we might see later on, but there is our people. We are going to put that there, which is going to give us a the house and the family. Alright, it has to think for a little bit. Don't know why it's thinking this. And there we have it. There is our nice little house. And it's on a good location. As you can see, it was made on a little bit of a hill that doesn't really conform to where it is now, so you get a little bit of weirdness there, but I don't think that's a big deal. To be perfectly honest, I bet we can probably fix that pretty easily. But now we have the Wilson family, and their funds are pretty much all spent. So we are going to switch to this household, and we are going to take a look at these fine people. Now, I must point out that these people and this house were created by me probably 2 to 3 years ago, because I actually did intend to do this Let's Play a lot earlier, but for whatever reason I didn't feel like it at the time. But I was always happy with the people that I created, so you might not get to see the actual people creating process, but you will see something very close to it here in a minute. Alright, well, first of all, can we do something about this slope? We can. And what's more, it actually appears to be free. So, excellent. Okay. Let's just fix this if we can. We'll keep some of this backyard slopiness. Let's take their mailbox and actually put it in the front yard. And the trash can, put it next to the mailbox. And we will do one thing. We are going to go into the you know what, we're just going to copy whatever this is. We can't copy that. Okay. We are just going to have a take that. We're going to make it gray. And can I make it the color of the sidewalk? It's always going to be a little bit off, no matter what I do, probably, so... Well, wait a minute. There we go. Nailed it. Alright, so anyway, I am going to give you a brief tour of this house that I made a couple of years ago. But I put a lot of time and detail into it, just as much, if not more so, than I did the girl that I made a couple weeks ago. So here's her house. It's kind of I like to think of it as like an older style house. You know, it's brick, it's small, it's got some nice roof textures, some nice roof stuff. And now, let's go inside. Alright, so we have a pretty self-explanatory, very simple living room little area here with a TV, bookcase recessed into the walls. Some nice doors, some nice paneling here. We have a very light colored floor. Do we have a plant on the floor? No, that's the tree outside, or the bush, isn't it? We have a nice, pleasant little table with a painting. We have a very simple little kitchen, as you can see. Cooking appliances, dishwasher. Everything sort of goes together pretty well. It's much more light colored than sort of like the more woodsy look of the previous house. We have a rather unremarkable bathroom that has a poster that looks like it's from a TV show or maybe a band art easel, and a very low-key bedroom. Now, as you can see, expanding this house as the LP goes on, that's pretty much inevitable, expanding the house, but it's going to be a little bit tricky, but don't worry, we can do it. And we can always move to a different location if we want. Now, let's meet the stars of this show. We have Thomas and Violet Wilson. And I'm going to introduce them one by hitting shift-click. Alright, I'm going to use this... Oops, I did that wrong, didn't I? Testing cheats enabled. Now, I want to tell you that I will not be cheating during this Let's Play. However, the one thing I am going to use this cheat for right now is to make minor edits to their appearance. Because I feel like I've gotten better at editing Sims since then, and I also have more options. But I think pretty much these guys are as good as they're going to get. And this is also a way to show off who they are, you know, show off what they look like and their features in more detail. As you can see, young adult, pretty average body type, all around a pretty average looking guy. He is blonde, as you can see. And I remember back in the day I had a really tough time getting the hair the right color for him. I don't know why. Why won't you go away? Go away. Okay. But like if I click on that, can change his hair color. Even that will edit it slightly, but we'll go with what he had before, because I spent a lot of time on that one point, and I guess there's a reason for it. But as you might know, I have a whole lot of DLC, so I have a whole bunch of new clothes. I mean, I do like what I have him wearing now, but why not take a look, you know? Why not look around? I mean, I kind of like the plaid look. It's kind of like dad clothes in a way, even though he's, well, younger than me, most likely. I imagine him to be about 24 years old. Both him and Violet are about that age, coming out of college, got married, they're ready to settle down, start a family, all that stuff. So I'm not going to really mess with his appearance because, quite frankly, he looks A-okay to me. But let's take a look at his traits. He's a computer whiz, friendly, handy, perfectionist, and vehicle enthusiast. We will have to make sure to get him a car at some point in the future. But he wants to master the handiness and logic. Well, more power to him. Okay, I think we've looked at him enough. We're going to hit accept, even though we didn't actually change anything at all. And now we are going to take a look at Violet, his wonderful wife.
Tag tag.
I know, tag indeed. Yeah. I kind of feel like I might have screwed up a little on the face. I have one of these. Oh, by the way, I have a height slider now that I downloaded. I'm not going to use it for these guys. I'm going to keep them pretty default looking. But yeah, I kind of feel I messed up her face a little bit when I made her, because her mouth and so you'll actually get to see a little bit of live person editing right now. I think it's really her jaw that's bothering me, and her chin looks a little bit unnatural. So let's see, what if we make it, oops, no, we don't want to make it pointy. Yeah, we want it to come up a little bit. And we want it to be a little bit... How can we make it rounder? That's what I want to know. Getting somewhere, but we still have a ways to go with her. As you might imagine, I do tend to focus on the details of the women more than the guys. I think that's just a natural thing, because whether we're men or women, we tend to look at women more. It's actually a proven fact, believe it or not. I find it very interesting. Alright, so let's take a look here. It's one of those weird things where I don't exactly know what's wrong, but I can tell that something's wrong. Does that make any sense to you? Alright, let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't know about that mouth, but we're going to take a look at a few options. Yeah, something about her... I think it's face profile, right? No, it's... Well, then what is it? Face height? Give her a little bit wider head. Yeah, something about these proportions in this area are really wrong to me. I don't know what it is. I almost feel we should roll the dice a little bit and see what we get. Yeah, you see what? Her jaw is too low. That's the main problem, I think. So I think we need to bump it up. That's better. That's a lot better, actually, already. In fact, that might have been the main problem. Let's be honest. But let's give her a little bit more of a... Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, give her more of a smile here. Her lips are fairly thick, so let's bring that down just a little bit. I know, like, really thick lips are the in thing right now for some reason, but we don't want to go way too much. But let's see. Oh, this is what we want to. This is what we want. Or is it? She's looking better by the minute, I've got to say. We're doing good work. Mouth to depth. That's what I want. Because about that, I would say. Mouth height. Now let's look at her nose. Because I feel that nose is a little bit too flat. It doesn't really go with the rest of her face. Not that I want her to have a huge nose or anything, but something with a little bit more definition than what we had. Although, to be honest, let's see. Like, the bridge should be a little wider, I think. We want the bridge height to be higher. Maybe a tad. Bridge depth. Oh, yeah, there we go. But let's see. Nose mass. What does that actually change? Oh, I see. We want that to be fairly low down. Nose scale, nose definition. Oh yeah, we want that to be higher. We don't. Having it be all the way down was not very realistic. Looking better already. Yeah, very small. Her lips are still a bit big. It's like every time you change one thing, it changes everything else. That's the thing. But her eyes, I think we can do a little bit better with that. Let's see. We want to give her a bit of a brighter look, I think. Alright. You can see why I sort of made this separate from episode 1, because if I did it all together, it would be a huge, big old video. Oh look, we can make her eyes a little bit bigger. I think we wanted to do that. Give her a... Yeah, look at that. That brightens her right up. Eye apex. What is that actually changing? Oh, I see. The top, it's sort of the top brow. Let's have that be pretty centered. Eye apex lower. Eye corner height. You ever notice how some people have their eyes sort of like they're rotated inwards, like going from there to there, and sometimes people have their eyes rotated outwards? You know, it's one of those very subtle things that you don't always see in people. Eyelid height. Eyes lower lid height. Upper lid height. Yeah, she's looking better. She's looking better. Now let's skip right to the makeup. Oops, that's tattoos.
Snar, kushla.
Yeah, I don't think I gave her any tattoos.
Suzu.
but that's all right. We're gonna click around with some of these options here, because I want to lighten her look up a little bit. We always have this, but I think in most cases that's a little much. All right, and we have all of these new things now. And adding some lashes actually does have a pretty nice effect. I kind of like that. I kind of like that effect. We'll go forward with that. Alright, blush is probably fine as it is. Lipstick can be fun to play with, because we don't want to make it too obvious, but we also want it to be something. She looks a little bit like that one actress who I don't remember the name of, so that's not really helpful in any way. But yeah, all right. Well, there's Violet. I think that we've improved her very much so, and there's a lot more clothes for women too, but I don't want to go nuts about all that. She wants to, let's see, she's artistic, she's brave, she's friendly, she's good, and she's a natural cook. Well, that's excellent. We have a good, well-rounded split of traits between this couple. She wants to be a journalist. Very nice. All right, we will accept the changes. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. We have our couple. We have Thomas and Violet Wilson. Don't they look good together? And just for the sake of honesty here, there we go. So even if I press shift click, yep, nope, we are back to normal now. So last thing to discuss is sort of the pace of things are going to go, just so you get an idea. We are going to go into game options and look at their lifespan. As you can see, I have a custom setup, and it might seem a little bit odd, but I'm going to tell you what it is and why it is. I've decided to go with realistic ages. So pretty much they're going to be aging up in proportion to how people are in real life. And I decided to use a ratio of 1 sim day equals 4 months. So in other words, 3 days to a year. So basically, baby is defined as your first year of life, and then toddler is ages 1 through 3, basically. Then a child, I decided to make that 4 through 11. It's a pretty big range. And teen, likewise, is 12 through 19. So I decided that 12 was part of the teenage years, just so that, you know, the child stage doesn't way overwhelm the teen stage. Young adult would be defined as age 20 to 40. Adult would be defined as age 40 through 65. And elder is defined by, or defined as, rather, well, that 65 to 85. So I guess that's the lifespan. So if we look at their stuff, they've aged up a little bit. So they're a little bit older than 20, but not by much. So, I mean, if you really want, you can do the math, but they're in their early 20s. And that's about where we want to have them. And I hope that these two people will have a nice, prosperous life, will have many kids, and will provide for us wonderful subject matter for our beautiful Let's Play. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for watching, and join me next time, in which the Let's Play officially begins.